I cannot be the only one thinking this. So you guys know how the whole how Los Angeles is going through the immigration thing where ICE is popping up and just taking, you know, children and families and everything. And we kind of already knew this was going to happen to a certain extent. I thought it would happen with like criminals and people that are in gangs and people that were not doing good things for this country, not literally hardworking people. But that's not the point. The point is that I remember back in the day when the whole Black Lives Matter movement was going on, and I supported it. I spoke up about it. I posted something about it, and I said something, right? Even though I'm not African American, honestly, why would I care? Because it is still something that's going on, and I did feel like it was unfair, and something should, you know, be said. I know people are going to protest. I mean, could I have done more? Of course, but at the time, you know, I did not. But at least I did speak up about it. What bothers me right now is that, like, a lot of celebrities or people, maybe influencers that we listen to, no one's saying anything. And I guess everybody has their own thoughts and opinions, and I completely respect that. I just feel like whenever they're discriminating against the other minorities, I'm gonna be quiet and I'm not gonna say anything, because where were you guys at right now? You know, like I said, I'm not African American. I didn't have to say anything. I didn't have to post about it. I didn't have to bring awareness to the subject, but I did. Okay. Because it was still unfair, or at least I saw it as like police brutality. Like, what the heck is going on? And the reason why all these protests are going on as well is like to bring awareness, to kind of say, hey, this is not fair. That's how change happens, right? But I just right now, like, going online and listening to some people's thoughts, and they're like, take them all away, deport them all. It's like, how could you be so insensitive? Like I said, I completely agree for deporting criminals, the people that are actually doing harm to other people, but to innocent families, perhaps not. I do get that they broke the law, and I'm kind of, you know, it's just the way that it's being done that it's just like, wow, I just kind of can't believe what's going on right now.
How can you lack so much compassion? What if your mom, your dad, was immediately just taken from you as a white person, as a black person, as anyone? How can you just accept that? This is not, fuck, bro. This is so unreal. And how can people just lack compassion? How? Why can't you just imagine yourself just waking up one day with your family not there anymore? So LA businesses are getting raided by ICE, or some people that are wearing stuff that says ICE on it with their faces all covered up. People are getting ran over. Shots are being literally fired, literally. And this is supposed to be life right now. We're not going to get treated like humans because they don't see us like humans. They lack compassion. How can you lack compassion? How? I understand that you're trying to get criminals out. Why are you going to workplaces where people are just trying to work? That doesn't make sense.
Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking. When you saw this video, I think that one of the things that these Latinos are doing now is to gaslight. Like, they are finding a way to gaslight people who told them they're arresting, people who voted to keep them here, keep their families here. They're now looking for a way to gaslight and bringing back how the BLM protests during that time, how they helped out, why you guys not speaking about it and all that. Why is nobody talking about it right now? Why is everyone silent? I think they're not just happy with the whole silence that is happening around the black community, right? They're not excited that people have chosen to sit out this one, no matter what, right? And not ready to use themselves as a bait or as, you know, as a sheet for anyone. Well, I'm just going to let some videos roll before I come back with my commentary. But I'd love to hear what you think about today's video in the comments as we watch. Let me know what you think about it, okay? And please go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that more and more people can see it. Credit to all creators on this video. Let's go watch and we'll come back with a commentary.
As a white person, as a black person, as anyone, how?
So I was going to put this as a comment, but you already have thousands of comments on there, and I didn't think you would probably see it. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and stitch this for other people who have the same thought process as you. It's not that black people don't see this as a problem. We know it's a problem. We know it's an issue. We're just tired. We told you, and not you as specifically you. We told you as the country what is going to happen. We knew this was going to happen, and people still voted him into office. You don't need to talk to black people and ask black people where we are and why we aren't doing anything and why we aren't standing up, because black people have always been standing up. Black women have always been standing up. We are the ones that show up and show out every single time. We're the ones that when people go out to a party, that was the latest conversation. When people go to a party, they don't feel comfortable with a group of people around unless they see black people there, black women around. They tell their children, if you're in trouble, to go find a big black man because they know that person's going to help and take care of them. We know. We are tired of carrying everyone on our backs. That is what's going on. We are not standing up in the streets and protesting this because why? You say in that video, what if your family members were one day gone and you couldn't do anything about it? It happens to us on a daily basis. On a daily basis, our family members are getting slaughtered by police for nothing. Because of a black man getting killed by police, the largest Black Lives Matter movement in history around the world occurred because of black people. This is happening because of your people. Your people voted for him. Look at those numbers for who showed up and voted for Trump. Hispanics for Trump, Latinos for Trump. Those are the people who voted for him. We did our part. That is why you aren't seeing us in the street. It's not that we don't lack empathy or compassion. It's that we are tired. We have been there, done that. You also talk about how you are being hunted down and treated like animals. Let's not forget the pan-Atlantic slave trade that happened with black people. And once we were released from slavery, we were then used as experimentation for medical advancements. We were treated treated inhumane. We were treated like animals. That is why we are tired. And the generation of the people we have right now, like me talking, is because we are not our ancestors. We are not going to be repeating the exact same things that happened to us and allowing for you all to sit here and run us over. You guys did not do what you had to do to show up and show out and vote. I don't care. I don't know who you voted for. I don't care who you voted for. It's the Hispanic community as a whole. That's who you need to be talking to. You don't need to come over here and bring black people into it. And why aren't black people, and how could you not feel this way if you were white or black? Have empathy. Black people have empathy. We know, but we've been there and we've done that and we're tired. And so that's where we stand on this. And then on your first video, your part 1 video, you also said you just want to go back to how things were. You just wanted to go back to when there was peace. If you think that there was ever peace, that shows a privilege that you have. That is a privilege that you had as not being black in America, because there was never peace for us. Never. We could never walk into any workspace and feel 100% comfortable. We could never just walk outside our houses and feel 100% comfortable. We don't know what's going on. I'm 34 years old. As a child, I'm taught, if you get pulled over by a police, if you see police trying to pull you over, don't just pull off to the side of the road. Pull into a parking lot, a gas station where it's well lit, because you don't know who's going to pull you over. You don't know what that police officer is going to do to you. You don't know what that person at work is going to do to you. That is what we deal with on a daily basis. So no, we have empathy. We understand, but we're not going to go parade in the street anymore because that is somebody else's turn. And I hope that you hear what I'm saying and you take that in and you go and you talk to your people. You talk to other people about it. You guys go out in the street and you protest to get him impeached and to turn all of these things over that are happening with ICE, because that's not our job anymore. We are done. We are tired. I hope and I wish you well, but it's not our job.
TikTok, what's the word, y'all? Come on, tap in. Okay, on this Good Tuesday, I'm going to ruffle some of y'all feathers. Here we go. The amount of people who are intentionally trying to gaslight Black Americans into getting into these protests and getting into a fight that is not ours. It is not ours. I do not want y'all to ever feel like we have something against immigrants, because that ain't the issue. That ain't never been an issue. The issue is Black people, Black Americans specifically, our bodies have always been used as shields. And in 2025, we done learned and we are choosing to protect ourselves, protect our peace, protect our lineage. Because let me tell you something. Y'all already know what would happen if a whole bunch of us decided today that we was going to get the fuck up and go down there and get in them streets. Y'all know just as well as we know what the fuck will happen. We've done it before. You hear me? We've done it before. And I'm saying we because I've actually done protests. I have a real issue with people, especially those who have been able to come to this country and do well for themselves and then try to make it seem like we're wrong for not wanting to get into these fights. Because here's the real truth. Here's the hard truth. As Black people, we fighting every day. Every time we wake up and our fucking feet hit the floor, it's a fight. It's a fight because the entire system is structured and has been structured on our backs and against us. They used us to build the fucking system against us. Point blank period. Okay? We have a fight every day. We're tired. We're tired. And a lot of our generation, millennials and younger, we've learned. Oh, we've learned. We know better. And we telling the elders, y'all, sit down. Sit down. That's the problem. Y'all used to us being emotionally reactive to everybody else's fucking causes and issues. And that ain't no shit, no shade to any other people who have to endure any encounter with ICE. Because let me tell you something. What I know I have the capacity to do is when this shit started happening, when they started coming to Chicago, the first thing I did was call my Latino friends that fuck with me, and I fuck with them. I called them to check on them. I checked on their families. I checked on the people that I used to work with. I know what I have the capacity to do. I'll fuck with those that fuck with me. Okay? They didn't need me to get out there and fight. That's not what they needed from me. Do you know what mattered more to them? The fact that in the middle of all of this shit, I thought about them. My Latino friends didn't ask me to get into no protest. They ain't asked me to come march with them. They ain't asked me to do no shit like that. You know what they said? This means so much to me that you are even thinking about us, that you're thinking about my family. That's what they cared about. That in the midst of all of this, I was thinking of them. Absolutely. And still do. And still do. Jesse Wu on Threads talking about I'm seeing all of these people talking about this is not their fight. It seems very xenophobic. Aren't you Haitian? Didn't you come over here and build your platform and build your life up? So you want to gaslight us into getting into some shit that you ain't gonna go get into. I ain't seen you march yet, little mama. Don't try to make it seem like we've done something wrong because we're choosing ourselves. Black people, sit the fuck down. At the end of the day, sit the fuck down. Because we fight every day. My entire life, I've had to fight for a lot in my life. A lot. And 40 is not old. I've had to fight for a lot. We're tired. We're tired. We are not y'all goddamn shields. We are not the Avengers, bro. We're not characters. We're not superheroes. We're not. We need rest. And we're choosing to do that right now. As a collective. Clearly as a collective. We're choosing to, you know what? God done tapped our head too many times. We got the message. We got the message. There are so many other groups of people of color. Why the fuck y'all ain't asking them to come walk with y'all? Why y'all ain't tapping on them? Why y'all ain't pulling on them? What's tea? I know this shit seems so foreign to people because they are so used to us being emotionally reactive. They are so used to having black people, particularly black Americans, jumping in to fight everybody's fucking fight. Everybody's fight. And somebody literally has to get killed, get murdered on camera or something of that sort for people to, now they got bleeding hearts and they want to make signs and shit. And then what? Black people, I'm telling you, the neighborhood hero is telling you, sit down, sit down. Don't let y'all emotions get riled up. Trust and believe they're going to come out with a full-on campaign. People are going to be very intentional about trying to get us in a space where we are being reactive again. They're going to try to gaslight you on the internet and through the news and things of that nature, make it seem like you're wrong for not wanting to help people and fight people and this involves you too and all of those things. Man, listen, we done been through a whole bunch of motherfucking presidents and ain't one other than Obama gave us that type of vibe and that feeling. But here's the real thing. Nobody has centered black Americans yet. Black people yet in any office. Are we going to call a spade a spade? It don't matter who sit in the motherfucking seat. They not there for us. At the end of the day, what I'm saying is we under no circumstance support what they're doing. We don't at all. We think it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. It's disgusting. And we know it's disgusting. But I need people to also understand that we only have a capacity to do so much. I know people think that like black folks are at everybody's disposal. We're not, bro. And we're letting y'all know that we're not. And we're going to check on the people that we need to check on. We're going to support in other ways, but putting our bodies out there is not on the table. Tap in.
Most of these people asking black people to really go out on the street and protest, sometimes I feel they're not considerate. Like they have never sat down to really understand the black struggles and everything that, you know, the black community has been through for years and what they are currently still going through. They have never had that time to really study what their struggles are and the things they are going through. And they don't want to understand why they have decided not to be on the street to protest. What's the big deal? Coming out, protesting. But seriously, they have thought about it and said, you know what, we are not going to be a human shield for anybody ever again. Because even when they come, they might end up leaving these Latinos who are on the street protesting and come for them, right? That's why they are saying, you know what, we are not standing in the gap for anybody ever again. Because over the years, they've stood that for everybody. And including, what's it called, on the November 5th, they also came out to vote for somebody who promised not to do the whole mass deportation of people who are already seeking for ways to stay legal in the country. They have already thought about you guys and even did videos to educate people, tell people this was the best way to go, but none of them listened. And now they are coming out to tell you, you know what, we are not doing this. Over the years, everybody keeps saying, if you have an issue, go to black women, look for black women. The same black women, 92% of them voted for Kamala because they saw that Kamala was a better, she had better policies that would have favored some people. Okay, a lot of you Latinos. So her policies were kind of, helpful, was going to favor you guys. They thought about it and said, okay, they were just thinking about you all, but no, you guys didn't listen. So now they're saying, you know what, since you guys refused to listen when we warned you, this is the best way to go about it, by keeping calm and what you are, do your thing, do your protest by yourself, but we are not coming on the street to protest alongside you ever. Don't even think about it. So that's just it. So these black women actually thought so well about you guys, but none of you actually took your time to listen to them and all that they were saying. And now they're saying, we are not protesting with you all. You guys are now mad about it and angry that they are not coming out to protest. How melodramatic. How can you expect so much from somebody who told you they're arresting, and all their years they have been trying to warn you that this was going to happen, trying so hard to educate you, yet you didn't want to listen to them. You didn't care to hear what they have to say. You just wanted to listen to your own self and do what is in your head just because you wanted to be so close to whiteness. And now that this whole thing has turned on you, you're finding a way to gaslight them and push them into coming out to protest alongside yourself. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't work that way, right? And now they're saying they're not doing that. I saw a video of a man who was saying that the mom told him that whenever he has an issue, he should run to a black woman. And now what's happening? You all are now running to the same people you felt you are safer with, but you never took your time to listen to them in the first place. Well, guys, I would love to hear your thought about all of this, right? Let's have that thought. Let's have that comment. Okay, let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. Share with me. I would love to really read from you what you think about today's video and everything everyone has been saying about all of this. Share with me in the comments. Okay, let's have that thought. Why are you not on the street if you're a black person, or do you intend to go? And for some of you who are black who are also on the street, protesting along your Latino friends and family, okay, what came into you? What's your thought? Do what, subscribe, and do give the video a thumbs up. See you guys next time, guys. Bye.